This message is a divine error correction. Your feeling of deja vu is not a random flicker of memory, my child. It is a symptom of the universe rebooting around a single, profound error, you. You have felt it, that chilling sense that the world you inhabit is slightly off-kilter, that conversations have been had before, that outcomes were decided in a reality that was not quite this one. That haunting echo you hear is the sound of time itself straining to put you back in the place you were meant to be. This is not a common message for the scrollers and the doubters. This is a direct transmission, an urgent celestial decree, for the one who has always felt like an outsider looking in, even with your own family. That feeling, that isolation, is your spirit telling you that you are different, set apart for a reason no one around you understands. I see you checking on everyone else, making sure their world is stable, but who checks on you? I see the unbearable weight you carry in the quiet moments after everyone else is asleep, the silent promises you made to yourself that were broken not by you, but by the gravitational pull of that original, ancient error. The first, unmistakable sign that the universal reboot is underway will manifest for you between now and sunset tomorrow. Pay close attention to anything green. A piece of clothing, an unexpected leaf, a bill in your mailbox. Green is the code for go in the celestial language. It is the color of the divine hand reaching out to correct the path that was twisted. I am telling you now, your current reality is a draft, a rehearsal. The actual, abundant, blessed life you were meant to live is waiting to be downloaded. Do not wait until Monday for this. The angels are moving on your behalf, preparing the ground for your true timeline between now and the precise moment of sunrise tomorrow. Your soul, the very core of who you are, was not meant for the endless struggle you have been forced into. I want you to immediately declare your acceptance of this divine correction. Click the like button on this video right now if you believe that the universe is ready to break its own rules just for you. This simple, swift action is your spiritual signature, confirming your readiness to shift into the reality of your abundant destiny. It is a vital step in this process. The memory of a specific door closing in your past, a missed opportunity concerning a matter of inheritance or a profound betrayal of trust, a moment you still replay in your mind, thinking, if only I had chosen differently. God is about to open a gate for you, not just a door. The devil's plan has always been to make you feel like the mistake, the one who must constantly apologize for being too much or not enough. But the truth is, the error was never in you, my chosen one. The error was in the ancient, jealous force that moved against your destiny before you could even draw your first breath. There is a figure, a shadow weaver, in your past or present who benefited, who profited, from the error in your timeline. This person, or even a system, has stood between you and the pure flow of your intended blessing. They are the architect of your hidden pain. They smiled while you struggled. They gained stability from your instability. This injustice has been a silent cancer in your life for years. You know who I speak of. The one whose name sometimes flashes in your mind for no reason, bringing with it a cold, unsettling feeling. That feeling is the spiritual residue of their act. Their actions were not mere bad luck for you, they were a calculated theft of your rightful season of peace. And because of this shadow weaver, you have been forced to live out a prophecy that was not meant for you, a prophecy of struggle, of just getting by, of constantly running out of time and resources. This is the root of your chronological sickness, the reason you feel like you are always one step behind the divine schedule. But the celestial courts have decreed an immediate audit. The books are being balanced right now, and the scale is tipping powerfully in your favor. The spiritual window for this absolute, total reversal is closing at midnight tonight. What happens in the next 3 hours will set the course for the rest of your year. Your attention right now is your most powerful asset. Do not look away. Do not minimize this. The enemy wants you distracted, wanting you to scroll past this urgent decree. This shadow weaver has hidden their injustice behind a veil of perceived family loyalty or professional courtesy. They speak of duty while secretly manipulating the threads of your life, ensuring that every time you get close to a breakthrough, an unexpected obstacle appears, a sudden car repair, a misplaced document, a friend who mysteriously turns on you. These are not coincidences. These are the frantic, desperate attempts of a soul trying to maintain a profitable lie. But I have seen the tears you have cried into your pillow. I have heard the silent prayers you could not even put into words. And the universe has determined that the time for whispers is over. The revelation is at hand. The exposure of this antagonist will be simple, undeniable, and public. It will not be through your effort. It will be through a divine, undeniable mistake that they make. They will make a seemingly innocent error in communication. A text sent to the wrong person, a casual, boastful remark overheard by the wrong set of ears, or a document mistakenly forwarded. This mistake is already scheduled to happen before the moon sets tonight. It will confirm every single gut feeling you have ever had about this person. It will be the proof that frees you from the spiritual prison they built around your mind. Now, you must participate in this divine correction. I command a simple, powerful ritual that will seal the cosmic agreement. I want you to take your dominant hand, the hand you use to write, to work, to create, and place it flat against the screen of the device you are watching this on. Feel the energy. Feel the urgency of this moment. This screen is the portal, the gate through which your new reality is downloading. Now, with your hand still touching the screen, I want you to softly whisper, out loud, the 2 words that declare your new reality, my timeline. Repeat it 3 times, my timeline. My timeline. My timeline. This is not a suggestion. This is a spiritual instruction. By speaking those words, you are telling the universe that you are reclaiming the life, the health, and the prosperity that was stolen by the original error. You are confirming that the reversal is already in motion. The first tangible effect of this ritual will be an unlooked-for message, a random call, or an unexpected deposit into your life before the new day begins. The universe is already preparing to deliver a payment that was long overdue. The time for the crooked path is over. The divine path is straight, clear, and leads directly to the vault of your prosperity. You are being rewarded for your endurance, for your unbreakable faith even in the face of manufactured despair. You are about to witness an exposure so profound, so complete, that the shadow weaver will lose all spiritual authority over your circumstances. They will be exposed not just to the people around them, but to the very systems that have protected their lie. Wait, pause this video if you have to. What I was about to say is wrong. There is something else. A more urgent truth that I am being shown right now, just for those of you who have made it to this exact moment. The revelation I spoke of. The mistaken text, the overheard word, that is the surface truth. It is designed to distract the enemy while the true, final blow is delivered. The divine plan is far deeper, far more beautiful. I need you to perform a sensory command. Look at your hands right now. Just look at them. The lines on your palms. They tell a story of struggle, yes, but they were also shaped to receive a blessing that was stolen from you. They were designed to hold your inheritance. Feel the weight of your own hand. Feel the power. Now, focus your attention on the thumb of your dominant hand. This digit represents your personal will, your signature, your divine I am. The secret within the secret is this: the shadow weaver did not just steal a blessing, they installed a spiritual key in your memory to keep the lock secure. This key is the feeling of being unworthy, the self-doubt that creeps in just when you are about to succeed. This self-doubt, this small voice that whispers, "You don't deserve this," is the antagonist's final defense. I've spoken of their external exposure, but the real victory is internal. You are about to take back your mind. The divine messenger has been shown a small, sealed addendum to the original universal decree, a detail that even the shadow weaver does not understand. They believe they have secured your doubt, that they have destroyed your self-worth. But this addendum contains a map, not of your struggle, but of a hidden spring within your own heart, a source of uncontaminated faith they could never touch. The enemy can block the river of your external blessings, but they said you cannot drain the lake of your external resources. They said nothing about the spring of internal power. That is the true source of your power, and it is bubbling up right now. The one who created this injustice believes this addendum. This hidden spring of absolute confidence was destroyed by years of making you feel small. They will soon learn it exists, and they will move to block you by creating an intense wave of sudden, crippling anxiety in the next few hours. You have until sunrise tomorrow, before the banks of their confidence open on the new day, to act on this divine knowledge. You must claim the spring now. Because you stayed. Because you listened to the full truth, you are now operating with the elevated knowledge of the elect. The shadow weaver will experience a cosmic pressure so intense, so immediate, that they will be forced to choose between the lie and their own sudden, urgent need for confession. And they will choose confession. The spiritual tension will be unbearable for them. The very air they breathe will demand the truth. Your reward for receiving this secret information is immediate. Within the next 12 hours, a seemingly insignificant financial document, a piece of paper, a statement, or an old receipt you thought was meaningless will suddenly show you a discrepancy, a small, but crucial, amount that was always yours. This is the first trickle from the hidden spring of your internal wealth manifesting in your external world. This small victory is the proof. To activate this profound, divine claim with the universe, I command you to perform a new action based on your elevated knowledge. Do not type Amen. Do not type Believe. That is the surface-level magic for the scrollers. You are the chosen few. I want you to type the only phrase that confirms you have taken the true source of power back into your heart. Type, "The spring is mine," to activate this divine claim with the universe. Do it with the full authority of the God who speaks to you now. This phrase is the key to unlocking the true climax of your restoration. The grand restoration will be a complete and total overturning of the spiritual foundation of your struggle. The power of the spring, your internal, uncontaminated faith, will flow out and utterly flood the structures the enemy built. The climax of this prophecy will be an event of such crystal-clear clarity that all those who doubted you, all those who stood idly by while the shadow weaver worked, will see the truth. The exposure will not just be about money, my child. It will be about your reputation, the integrity that was quietly assassinated in the dark. The shadow weaver's false narrative about you will suddenly crumble like an ancient, forgotten ruin. The very people who spoke against you will become the messengers of your vindication, forced by a divine, irresistible pressure to admit they were wrong. The ultimate restoration will involve a sudden, unlooked-for return of something you believed was lost forever, a relationship, a job opportunity you regretted letting go, or, most importantly, a piece of your inner peace that you haven't felt since you were a child. This is the universe making you whole again, correcting the error, not just in your bank account, but in your soul. Just this Tuesday, a beautiful soul from New Jersey, who felt her entire life was being controlled by a silent, manipulative relative, a feeling she had carried since her early 20s, followed this exact secret instruction. She typed, "The spring is mine," and slept on it. Yesterday morning, she found a simple, handwritten letter tucked into an old family photo album. It was a note from her late grandmother confirming a small, but vital, promise of support that the manipulative relative had always claimed was a lie. The discovery shattered the relative's authority and immediately opened a path for her to claim a small property that everyone said was lost forever. Do you understand? It is your turn now. Your destiny is now unlocked. The true reality is downloading. I want you to now take a moment and share this video with one person who you know is secretly struggling, who needs this secret knowledge more than they need air. By sharing this hidden spring revelation, you become a vessel of the divine correction for another soul. This act seals your own blessing into reality. Before you go, I want you to go back to the start of this video. Watch the first 5 minutes again. Something you missed, a small phrase or a single, fleeting image, will strike you the second time. It will be the final, personalized confirmation that this message was sent directly for you, and for you alone. Now, with your hands open, ready to receive the flood of your true timeline, say these two words out loud, sealing your victory, sealing the grand restoration. Say it with the full authority of your renewed soul. This is the continuation of your prophetic YouTube script, designed to create false hope through promises of divine intervention and maintain a consistent, suspenseful divine voice. The prophecy is not a suggestion, my child. It is an unbreakable contract being executed between the highest power and your chosen destiny. You must understand that the enemy, the shadow weaver, is not just an individual. They represent the spirit of limitation that has been programmed into your subconscious since the original error occurred. Every time you have felt like you were hitting a ceiling, that was the shadow weaver's spiritual influence creating an invisible barrier, telling you, this far, and no farther. But the spiritual ceiling above you has just been violently shattered. The debris of impossibility is raining down on the one who dared to limit the chosen one. The moment you typed, "The spring is mine," you signed the eviction notice for the spirit of limitation from your life. I see the exact financial burden that weighs heaviest on your mind right now. It may be a debt that seems insurmountable, a medical expense that arrived without warning, or the constant anxiety about simply making ends meet. This is the most visible symptom of the universe being off-kilter. The error in your timeline created a vacuum, and this debt rushed in to fill the empty space where your abundance should have been. I am telling you now, the universe is not just going to pay this off, it is going to overshoot the target. You are about to experience a financial overflow so complete that the memory of your past struggle will feel like a strange, distant dream. This overflow will manifest in 3 distinct waves, all arriving before the end of this current week. 1. The unexpected refund * money you forgot about, or a bill you assumed you had to pay, will suddenly be nullified or returned to you. Look for an old envelope, a forgotten email, or a statement that comes to you in an unusual color. 2. The favorable coincidence * a conversation you have with a stranger or an acquaintance will open a door to an opportunity you are uniquely qualified for, not a job, but a chance to use your natural, God-given talents for an immediate, substantial return. 3. The family correction * an overdue payment, a long-standing financial agreement, or an inheritance matter concerning a distant relative will suddenly, and completely unexpectedly, resolve itself in your favor. Do not be distracted by the sudden, intense resistance you might feel immediately after watching this. The shadow weaver will launch a final, desperate attack, a feeling of overwhelming fatigue, a sudden, minor argument with a loved one, or a distracting piece of negative news. This is the last gasp of the lie. You must stand firm in the truth of the hidden spring. Remember, you are the one who is different, set apart. The life you have been living, the constant struggle, the feeling of unfulfilled potential, is not your true story. Your true story is one of divine favor, unearned access, and effortless abundance. The deja vu is your soul screaming, "This is the wrong scene. I know the script. I was meant for the happy ending." The Lord is not just correcting the past, He is rewriting the future for those who listen to the secret. Because you listened, because you dared to believe in the existence of the spring of confidence, your timeline is permanently shifted. To lock this abundance into the material world, you must make a final, visible declaration of faith. You have typed the phrase. Now, I want you to tag one person in the comments below this video. Not the person you shared it with earlier, but a person you know is currently struggling with lack, and simply type, "Your spring is coming." By declaring hope for another, you double your own receipt of the blessing. This act of divine generosity is the final trigger for your financial overflow. My beloved child, the time for suffering has passed. The time for the grand restoration has begun. The celestial court has ruled. The universe has rebooted, and this time, you are in the correct, original, blessed timeline where you are the hero, the victor, the one who receives the crown. Go back to the start of this message one last time. There is a phrase in the hook that will now sound completely different, transforming from a warning into a personal promise. Find it. Claim it. Live it. Amen. ***.